Welcome back. You are joining with me for Ancillary Physics 3, Electricity and Electronics. In this lecture, we will discuss two topics. One is comparison of EMFs using ballistic galvanometer, then comparison of capacitances using ballistic galvanometer. So first, we shall see comparison of EMFs using ballistic galvanometer. Comparison of EMFs using ballistic galvanometer. Right. In this topic, we will be given with two batteries. With these two batteries, we are going to compare its potentials. The concept involving is if you apply potential between a pair of resistors, and we are drawing the potential from one particular resistor, and that is used to charge a capacitor. Then that capacitor charge is allowed to discharge through ballistic galvanometer, and from the throw we are going to compare for two different batteries. That is the idea. For that, let me draw the diagram of this circuit. First thing, the top part of an ballistic galvanometer is as usual. There is a decayed resistance box P and another decayed resistance box Q, and this setup is connected to a key, right? Here we have the two EMFs that is going to be compared. EMF means electromotive force, which can be obtained using a battery or a cell. One is Leclanché cell, another one is Daniell cell. LC-DC. One is LC stands for Leclanché cell. While DC stands for Daniell cell, where Leclanché cell will give you 1.4 volt output, while Daniell cell will give you 1.1 volt output. We consider two such cells in the place of the battery. One is LC, another one is DC, right? Sorry, in the bottom we have the circuitry. So LC stands for Leclanché cell, DC stands for Daniell cell. Okay, and we are going to connect a capacitor across the decayed resistance box P, and it is through a commutator. Sorry, it is through a charge discharge key. Okay, it is through a charge discharge key. This side is charge and this side is discharge. Okay. Then this charged capacitor must be discharged through a ballistic galvanometer. So that let's have a ballistic galvanometer here. So this is ballistic galvanometer. This is charge discharge key, and it is a capacitor C, and this is commutator. It is used to reverse the polarity of the potentials. Okay. So this is the experimental setup. When you press this key to here, this make the capacitor to charge using the potential difference accumulated between the resistance box P, and if you press this to discharge, then the charged capacitor it allows its charges flow through the ballistic galvanometer, whereby we can measure the maximum positive throw, maximum throw on either side. Fine. This is called commutator, or you can also say DP DT switch, double pole double throw switch. Fine. Now what is the case? Case we have to fix P is equal to 1000 ohms, Q is equal to 9000 ohms, so that P plus Q is equal to 10,000 ohms. This is our initial assumption. After assuming this, what we are considering the Lagrange cell, right? We connect the Lagrange cell first, then let us allow the resistance to getting charged. Okay, after charging it, so that this capacitor, there is a potential, not charging, charge will be occurred only in the capacitor. In the resistance, there is a potential difference. So that you can write the expression for the potential difference at the resistance P, which is nothing but P by P plus Q multiplied by Lagrange cell. So let's do one thing. Let's write the EM of the Lagrange cell is L, EL, and the EM of the Daniell cell is EC, EL. Okay, this is the potential difference at the resistance P. Now the potential differences flow through the capacitor if this connection is in the charge discharge key, if this connection is enabled with charging. So that what will happen, this capacitor will get charged, so that we can write the equation for Q at C, which is equal to Q into V. Okay, this is nothing but Q times Q equal to CV. Sorry, the formula is the charge at C, so that for that the formula is Q is equal to CV. So we can write CV, which is equal to V is the potential difference, so that the potential difference formula is P by P plus Q into EL into C, so that P by, so ELP divided by P plus Q multiplied by C. So that is the charge at the capacitor here. Okay, now depending upon the potential difference at P, the charge accumulation at C will occur. Once if we put this key from charge to discharge, all the charges stored in the capacitor will flow through the galvanometer, so that by interchanging the DP/DT switch we can obtain which side this throw will go. So that if the first time the throw will go on positive side, then you have to change the direction of the commutator or DP/DT switch, so that it will go next in the next trial. Okay, we will note down that theta, and from that the original deflection, undamped deflection theta 1 can be calculated, and that theta 1 will be, that is ELP by P plus Q, where L is in suffix, P plus Q into C, that is directly proportional to theta 1, right? So this is for Lagrange cell, right? Now if you repeat the same experiment with the Daniell cell, then you can write EDP by P plus Q into C, which is proportional to theta 2. And if we compare all these things, cancel out, and so if you want, if you want to compare the capacitance, you can take this equation 1, let's say this is equation 2, and you can write equation 1 by equation 2, so that what will happen, ELP by P plus Q multiplied by P plus Q by ED, P directly proportional to theta 1 and theta 2. Okay, so what are the things? This will cancel out, this will cancel out, so that EL by E Daniel, that is proportional to theta 1 by theta 2, right? And this is how we will compare the EMF of any two EMF of any two batteries using this ballistic galvanometer method. For this purpose, what is the formula? What is the tabular column? Tabular column that we are going to use, and there is a very simple tabular column where we can write the value of P in ohms, the value of Q in ohms, and then deflection in ballistic galvanometer. So we have Daniell cell and we have Lagrange cell. So both we have, so that for P, for Q, if we have the Daniell cell, right? If you have the Daniell cell, what is the throw? Throw to the left, throw to the right, average. Here also, throw to the left, throw to the right, average. Then, okay. So, throw to the left, throw to the right, mean theta 1. Again for left, right, theta 2. So this must be Lagrange cell, this must be Daniell cell. So that EL by ED, which is equal to theta 1 by theta 2. And in the final, you can take another mean here also. Okay. So in that way, we can compare the EMFs using the ballistic galvanometer, right? So let me repeat again. We have two EMFs, Lagrange cell and Daniell cell, which is connected series with the two resistances, decayed resistance box P and Q, and then the two sides of the P is connected to the capacitor through a charge discharge key, and this capacitor is connected to a ballistic galvanometer using DP DT switch or commutator. Now what we are going to use, we are connecting one battery, for example Lagrange cell, so that there is a potential difference created between the point resistance P, and that potential difference is allowed to pass through the capacitor, and in parallel connections the voltage will not divide, voltage is equal, so that whatever the voltage here will flow through the capacitor, which makes the capacitor to be getting charged. After charging that, if you press the discharge key, then through DP-DT switch, the potential difference accumulated in the capacitor will pass through the commutator, and it reaches the ballistic galvanometer. Ballistic galvanometer will show the deflection on one side, and if you want to have the deflection on the other side, you can change the direction of the commutator. And you know that the value of the Lagrange cell is 1.4 volt, the value of the Daniell cell is 1.1 volt, and we are keeping P is equal to 1000 ohms. So that Q is equal to 9000 ohms. So we get in total P plus Q equal to 10,000 ohms that we have to maintain for the entire experiment. Now potential difference at the point P is nothing but P by P plus Q into EL, and charge in the capacitor is nothing but CV, where V is given here ELP by P plus Q for one case, and for if you connect the Daniell cell, so this becomes ED. So EDP by P plus Q C proportional to sorry, this is Lagrange. So this is charge due to Lagrange at C, this one, and this charge is proportional to deflection Q1 here as given here, and this is for Lagrange cell 1. And if you want things for Daniell cell, then you have to put again in the place of EL value you can replace with the ED value, then you will get another angle theta 2. But what is the thing is, we have to calculate the comparison of voltages, EMFs, so that we need to write the equation, so that we will consider the equation, these two equations, and we will cancel out each other, and we can get ED, and this is theta 1 by theta 2, this is EL by ED. And equation 2, what you will get? It is given here, the most of the parameters will be deleted, so remaining parameters is theta 1 EL by ED, that is potential difference at Lagrange cell and potential difference at Daniell cell, that is the ratio between theta 1 and theta 2, that is the deflection for Lagrange and deflection for Daniell cell. And we can write this equation using this table column, and P, Q, and the summation of P plus Q will always be 10,000, and the deflection and ballistic galvanometer that we have measured for Lagrange cell and Daniell cell. So left right, when the measurements will be obtained when you change the commutator, and so that left right, and we can take the mean similarly for Daniell cell, and we are applying it on the formula, and we will get the comparison procedures. These are the method, this is the method to compare the EMFs using the ballistic galvanometer. Comparison of capacitors. Using ballistic galvanometer. How to do that? And again, the circuit diagram is same. That is, we have a battery and a key, and it is connected to the decade resistance P and the decade resistance Q, and which is connected. Okay. But in the place of capacitors, we have two capacitors, capacitor 1 and capacitor 2, C1 and C2, and this is connected to charge and discharge key, right? Charge, discharge key. So this is charge, this is discharge, and this charge at the capacitor will be allowed to pass through a galvanometer. Right, this is a key and this is a battery, or you can say that electromagnetic force E. Now what is the procedure to do this comparison of capacitors using ballistic galvanometer? It's very simple. Again, the very thing is, earlier we have compared the the electromagnetic force. In this case we are going to compare the capacitors. The thing is that if you enable the key, then there is a potential difference flowing through P and Q, where there is a potential difference at P, and that potential difference is applied to the capacitor at C1 first, and we will see the deflection on left side, right side on ballistic galvanometer by changing the polarity using DP/dt switch. Okay, then we will do the same for the second capacitor. We can take the measurements, that is deflection on the left side and right side, and by comparing these two things we will get the comparison of capacitors. Okay, so that how to do that? Let's put as usual P is equal to 1000 ohms, Q is equal to 9000 ohms, total equal to 10,000 ohms. Now the capacitor is C1 is charged. This is charged according to the potential difference across the resistor P, right? And from that we can calculate the throw on left side and throw on right side, that we denote the average of these two will denote as theta 1. And similar fashion, for the same resistance, for the same P, we have to apply this capacitor, and then we can find out the right deflection and left deflection. Then we will change the P values in terms of 1000 or 500, and we can monitor the maximum deflections for the capacitor C1 and maximum deflections for the capacitor and C2. Right now, if V is the potential difference across P, then we can write the charge. We can write charge which is equal to charge 1 for the first capacitor, which is equal to C1V. Okay, so but what is C1V? C1V is nothing but it is the equation for maximum deflections in the ballistic galvanometer if this capacitor is absent. So what would be the equation for the maximum deflection? K multiplied by theta 1 plus lambda by 2. So this is the charge on the first capacitor. So in that line we can write the charge on the second capacitor theta 2 equal to C2V, which is equal to K times theta 2 1 plus theta by 2. So if you want to take the ratio, we need to take the ratio for Q1 by Q2, which is equal to C1V by C2V, cancel out each other, which is equal to K theta 1 plus lambda by 2 divided by K theta 2 1 plus lambda by 2. This will cancel out, this will cancel out. So what is remaining? C1 by C2, which is equal to V1 by V2. So this is the example for the comparison of the capacitor using the ballistic galvanometer. And let me quickly go through the diagram. As usual, we should have P ohms, Q is equal to ohms. Then what else we have? Throw due to the C1, capacitor C1. So throw due to C1, and again throw due to C2. Throw due to C2. Then you can apply the formula. Theta 1 by theta 2 is C1 by C2 equal to theta 1 by theta 2. Right? Now we can summarize things. Okay, we can summarize things. So this is P and this is Q. Then right, left, average, so that when the first capacitor is connected, throw will be observed for capacitor C1, and so that the right throw, left throw and mean value is given here, and similarly average value, and similarly throw due to the D2, that is the second capacitor, what would be the result, and for that the maximum deflection and the lowest deflection, the right hand deflection and the left hand deflection is given here, and the average will be here. So now taking all these averages, and you can write the mean C1 by C2 by taking average here. Mean C1 by C2 will be appeared. So this is all about the comparison of capacitances. So with this, the first half of this third unit will be completed, and we will meet again tomorrow in order to start the second unit. Okay, so that until, please be safe. Thank you. See you again.